welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can see by the title, is going to be kind of like an update and first trimester recap. So today I am 14 weeks and 5 days. So it's Monday, and on Wednesday I'll be 15 weeks. So officially out of the first trimester, and I've had a few days to think about what I wanted to talk about. So since I can sometimes get disorganized when I'm talking or telling a story, I wrote down the symptoms that I had, the products I used, and any other kind of updates that I wanted to give you. So I'm going to try to keep this organized because I have a lot of information that I wanted to tell you. So to begin, if we remember, I found out that I was pregnant when I was like 3.5 weeks. So super early. And I wrote down like weeks 4 and 5. So right after I found out the symptoms I was having. And I remember when I was like typing them on my phone back at that time that I really felt like they were serious symptoms. And I mean, I think I did experience them, but I think I was really just looking for anything to write down because things got a lot more intense as the weeks went on. But I put mild cramping, so nothing severe enough like a period cramp, just a little bit of discomfort like in your abdomen where your uterus is, some mild heartburn, chest soreness because they were growing, and early on, like week 4 is when I started waking up throughout the night to pee, and that's still going on. I still wake up every night at least 2 times to use the bathroom, and that started super early. So week 6, I started having a little bit of nausea, exhaustion, breakouts, which I'm still having, and I put mild food aversions. So really what the issue I was having was that Scott and I grocery shop on the weekend, and we get like 4 or 5 meals for dinner for the week. So we plan out what we're gonna have, and we buy all the ingredients and stuff, which is great for our budget. But the issue I was having for like week 6 to 12 maybe is that the stuff on Sunday would sound good, but then when it was like Tuesday and time to make meatloaf, it just sounded gross to me. So sometimes I would try to push through and eat, but a lot of the times I would like go to Chick-fil-A or Cookout or whatever sounded good at the time. So it's not like I was throwing up or I was having cravings or I could not eat this. It just, I didn't want it. So most of the time I didn't have it. But I've gotten over that now. So that was week 6 when that stuff started. And really the nausea started the day I turned 6 weeks. And it got worse. Like I said, all these things kind of got worse as time went on, and now they've tapered. Since I'm in the 2nd trimester now, they've kind of tapered down. So weeks 7 to 11 were probably the toughest, specifically like probably week 9 and 10, if I remember correctly. I started having more intense nausea and some vomiting. So I was really lucky that I didn't throw up often. I think I threw up 3 or 4 times. There was one time when it was the worst, and Scott and I and my sister and her husband had gone to New York, and it was the first, like, that we had traveled there that day and walked all around, and so it was that night I lost everything that I had eaten that day. But I think part of that was like I overdid it and I was really exhausted. The other times that I was having an issue with vomiting was, which that's a gross word, with throwing up, was when I would brush my teeth. And this started probably like week 7, and it still happens now that anytime I brush my teeth, it makes me gag, which used to happen before I was pregnant, but not very often. And now it's every single time. And so there were a few times in that like week 7 to 11 later first trimester, that time frame where I would be brushing my teeth and it would make me gag like it always does, but I would actually throw up like with my toothbrush in my mouth and everything. So that was pretty gross. But then I was having breakouts and worse exhaustion. So the exhaustion was probably the worst between weeks 7 and 11. And if I was off work, I would probably take like 2 naps a day that were like 2 hours long. and I just still felt so tired. Nothing I did made me feel better. So week 12, which is, it depends on who you ask or like what website you look at, what is the end of the first trimester. Most things say that like by week 12 you should start feeling, or you probably will start feeling a little bit better. I thought when I hit 13 weeks that I was in the second trimester, but some, like the app that I was using said that you're not in the second trimester till 14 weeks. So regardless, for week 12, which I still considered the first trimester, I started sneezing a lot more and just being overall congested all the time. So I don't know if you can tell, but today I feel really congested. And so the symptom that started on week 12 has not gone away yet. And a lot of people experience like increased congestion throughout their whole pregnancy. So before I got pregnant, I'm kind of like already a sneezy, like congested person anyways, but it has, like usually I'll have a day, a month maybe, where I'm sneezing a lot or really congested. Now it's just basically been every day. I have not taken Claritin. I think I took it once, which is safe to take during pregnancy according to my providers, but I took it one time when I was having a really, really bad congestion, like allergy day. For the most part, I just try to move around, drink water, and deal with it because I'm trying not to take too much medicine. So speaking of week 12, I think that would have been like New Year's Day, basically, was about when when I turned 12 weeks. And I forget exactly when it was, but it was like the 2nd or 3rd of January when I actually had strep throat. So I went to like an urgent care type thing and got on 10 days worth of penicillin. So I just finished that like last week. So I didn't love taking that. The doctors and my provider and everybody said that it was safe for me to take penicillin and that I needed to take it, but I didn't love the idea of taking it. So those have been my symptoms. Like I said, I was very, very lucky for the first trimester to not be that bad. The worst or most inconvenient symptoms were the exhaustion, especially when I'm at work and I'm like about to fall asleep at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But the nausea was pretty irritating. What I found to help me, because I tried like these ginger things. They're not ginger snaps, but they're from Target. I think they're called like Tummy Ease, but they're supposed to be for car sickness, nausea, morning sickness, that kind of stuff. They were okay, but what I found was if I ate like every 2 hours, then I didn't feel nauseous. Whenever I let myself get the littlest bit hungry is when I would feel nauseous and like I was gonna be sick. So I found out early on that if I always had some kind of food with me and I was eating basically every 2 hours on the dot, that I could keep the nausea at bay and not get sick. So those were the symptoms. Next, I was going to talk about the products that I'm using. So the first and probably most important are the prenatals. So I get these at Costco. It's the Nature Made prenatal with DHA. I really like these because they have folate and folic acid, so I was looking for that. But this has 150 soft gels, and I'm on my second bottle of this. So I started prenatals the day that I went off of birth control, just in case. It's a really good idea if you're not on birth control, even if you're not trying to have a baby, if you're not preventing it in any way, to be on a prenatal, because a lot of people might not, if you have like an irregular period, you might not know that you're pregnant until, you know, you're 8-9 weeks, and that's really, really important time that your baby's developing. So it's important, if you're not on any kind of birth control, you're not preventing, to be taking a prenatal if you're in like your reproducing years. So I take this, it's one a day. It's pretty big, but I don't have an issue with it. I appreciate that it's like coated, so it's not like powdery where it starts dissolving in your mouth, you know. I take mine at nighttime. The first like week or so that I knew that I was pregnant and I was taking them, I found myself feeling more nauseous if I took it in the morning like I was used to. So since like week 4, I've switched to taking it at nighttime, and it makes a big difference. It doesn't really, sometimes it makes me gag, but really I don't have any kind of issue with it. So some kind of prenatal. These are at Costco. I really like these. Another product that I used a few times throughout the first trimester was Unisom. It's supposed to be helpful. Some people take Unisom and B6 to help with their nausea. Mine was not that severe, but I was having, since I was taking so many naps throughout the day, I would be really exhausted at nighttime but have trouble falling asleep. So probably, I would say between like weeks 6 and 11 or 7 and 11, I was taking it like 2 or 3 times a week at nighttime. I did find it helpful, but I stopped taking it because now I don't really have any trouble falling asleep. But I have the Walmart version of it, and all my providers have said that it's safe to take. So I've been taking Unisom. I also have Tums that I'll take occasionally if I need it for heartburn, and Tylenol for headaches. Speaking of headaches, something non-medicine, non-pharmaceutical would be a rice pack. So these are really great. This was a gift to me, but because you can put it, I keep mine in the freezer so you can have it hot or cold. So keep it in the freezer if you want it cold, or you can microwave it if you want it hot. If you don't have something like this, you can always just put ice like in a bag. But to put, when I have a headache, I like to put it at the back of my neck or maybe on your forehead, but really wherever it's gonna make it feel better. But I've used this a few times when I've had headaches. Really, headaches have been more of like a second trimester thing that I've noticed. So this has just been convenient to have in the house during this pregnancy time because, like I said, for headaches, you could use it for cramping and stuff. I probably wouldn't put it hot on my stomach just because it freaks me out, but like on your lower back or something if anything was hurting. So heating this up I think will be very helpful. I keep mine in the freezer and I really like it. Something that is crucial to me, and probably for everybody, is to be hydrated. And so to do that, you need a water bottle. I have this one, which actually came from a bump box that I'll talk about later, but it's really cute. It says, I don't know if you can tell, it says "Feeling Fly as a Mother" on it, and it has like the sucky sprout. But I found myself getting out of breath and just thirsty all the time, so having a water bottle, I usually take my Yeti to work, which is like 32 ounces, I think, and fill it up at least 2 times, usually 3 times, because I love to be hydrated and I'm just really thirsty. So having some kind of water bottle, I'm actually in the market for one. I think I saw it on Amazon that is like 64 ounces, because I feel like when I'm super pregnant, or when I have a newborn, that I'm not gonna want to, because the smaller ones like this and really my Yeti, I have to fill them up multiple times throughout the day, which is fine, but I wouldn't mind a bigger one where I could just fill it up like once or twice and have 100 ounces of water that day. So I'm in the market for that. The other thing I put down for products is just snacks. I was trying to keep snacks at my desk at work. I have drawers, so I would keep it loaded with any kind of snacks, like dried cereal, banana, oranges, granola bar, pistachios, anything that you could stomach. And I would keep some in my purse, and I would sometimes keep some in my car if I was going to be in the car driving for more than an hour, because like I said, that is what kept my nausea at bay. So always having snacks handy was very helpful. There was a few mornings where I would put like dried cereal beside my bed, or you can do it with like saltine crackers or something. Right when you get up, they recommend if you have really serious nausea to eat something before you even get out of bed. So I tried that a few days, but really my nausea wasn't that extreme to where that was necessary. And the last thing I have for products are these bump boxes, which I'm very excited to show you. So these have actually been a gift from my mother-in-law. When we told Scott's family that we were pregnant, she ordered some of these. So you can go to the website and you can buy, it looks like just a first trimester box, or second trimester, or third trimester, or like a mom-to-be box, or a new baby box. But what my mother-in-law signed me up for is the 9-month subscription. So every month of my pregnancy, they'll send one. So far I have received 2 boxes, and I was gonna show you what is in them. The first one I got, let me show you, comes in this really fun pink box. And most boxes, I think it says, has 4 or 5 items, but I like that it comes with like this thing that tells you what the stuff is and like the retail price. It's basically just like any other subscription, like a beauty subscription box or whatever. So you can buy the stuff outside of this package if you really like it. So the first thing that came in the first box I got was the Feeling Fly as a Mother water bottle. And then the next thing was a jade face roller. So I've seen these because I follow a lot of beauty vloggers. They're supposed to be really good. I've used it in the morning and it just feels really cooling. It's supposed to help with your skin like elasticity and puffiness because it always feels cold. And so it feels really good when you wake up in the morning to like roll it underneath your eyes or roll it over your face. It's like very refreshing. So I've done it at night too, but I prefer it in the morning. And it has instructions like on how to use it and the benefits and stuff. So a face roller. Some all natural deodorant, which I'm all about, and I really like this one. I've used it before I went to the gym or a long walk, and I really, really like it. I was using the Walmart like unscented, but I like this one more. It's bergamot and ginger. The brand is Humble, and it's an all natural deodorant, so I really, really like that. It also came with the Renew, a eucalyptus like roller ball. It's supposed to be really helpful with nausea. Like I said, mine was not too bad, but you can use this like as perfume because it just smells really good and it's super easy to just keep in your purse. Yeah, it smells really, really good. It says a nausea relief aromatherapy oil blend. It's pregnancy safe and skin friendly. It's good for all stages of pregnancy. It's alcohol free and delicately scented for sensitive noses. I really like this. The brand is Hatch Mama, but it's supposed to be really good for nausea. But like I said, I put it on because it smells good, because nausea is not really an issue that I'm having anymore, luckily. And the last thing in this one is the Hot Mama bag. This is perfect to put in a diaper bag or to put in your purse. You can put, you know, cash in it or medicine, band-aids, really, I mean, makeup, whatever you want to put in it. But this cute little bag. It also came with a snack. I want to say it was like a protein bar, but I already ate it. So most of them, or the two that I've had, have come with snacks as well, like a one-time snack. So the next one I got came with, I think I have the snack still. Yeah, I haven't eaten it. The grain-free paleo puffs, Himalayan salt and apple cider vinegar. So this is something that I would take to work or put in my purse for anytime I get hungry. This is a perfect size little snack. It came with a microfiber hair wrap. I've been using these for years. I haven't changed mine out for probably 3 years, so I'm sure that is really gross and I need to change it out, which is great because I got this one. I've been trying to keep everything in here and not use it too much before I showed you guys, so I can finally take this out and use it. I love using wraps like this because it makes it a lot easier to get dressed and go around the house than it is when you have a huge towel like wrapped up on your head. It came with a Glam and Glow Timeless Beauty Bar Sheet Mask for your face, which, like I said, I've been having breakouts that are still going on, so I'm excited to use this. So the next thing is an All Day Moisture body lotion, which is really good. It's wintertime right now, so I've been very dry. This is gonna be really good to keep on my desk at work or my bedside table. It smells like lemon peel, jojoba oil, and chamomile, so that's gonna be really nice. And then the Provise All Skin Types Stretch Mark Cream. So this says that it can reduce the depth, discoloration, and texture of stretch marks and help prevent future stretch marks. So I like this. I haven't used it but you pump it out at the top and then like wipe it. So I do not have a bump yet that anybody would notice. I'm like, Scott and I can kind of tell that it's a little harder down like in my lower abdomen, but not enough that like somebody would hopefully tell me that they see a bump. So when I really start getting a bump, I'm gonna start using this every day. But the reviews on this were really, really good. But they did say that it runs out pretty quickly, so I didn't want to use it on my normal belly when I could use it later on when it starts getting a lot bigger. So the Provise Stretch Mark Cream. And then for some reason, this was my favorite thing. It's all natural wood leg massager. So something that I want to do is have a lot of wooden baby toys like in the nursery and for the child to play with. And I thought this was so stinking cute. It's like, I'm gonna put it on the floating shelf in the nursery probably, because it looks like a little rainbow or like a car or something. I've used it, Scott and I have used it after the gym as a leg massager, and it feels really good, but I'm mainly excited to use this as a baby toy. So you can use it for both things. So those are the 2 bump boxes that I've got so far, and I'll be getting 7 more, and I'll probably do videos and like unboxings of the stuff that I got, because so far I'm very happy with the things I have. I think that is a great gift idea if you know somebody that you're really close to that is pregnant. And like I said, you can get, it doesn't have to be like the 9 or 12 month subscription. You can just do like a one-time first trimester box or something like that. I think it's a really sweet surprise, and it feels like my birthday or Christmas every time I see that box in the mail. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about was kind of the appointments that I've had and any kind of other pregnancy related update. So on my announcement video at the end, I talked about how we had the nurse intake visit and then the 8-week visit. And that was through like my regular gynecologist that I've been going to for years. But we did switch providers. I really, really love that gynecologist that I was using, but I didn't want to deliver at that hospital. So we have changed to Greenville Midwifery, which is in Greenville, South Carolina. It's about a 45-minute drive, which is really my only holdup, the only con that I could think of when we were deciding if I wanted to switch to midwifery care. But the pros really outweigh the cons. The drive is not that bad, and my only concern was when I'm in labor. But since I am a first-time mom, the labor shouldn't be so fast to where I deliver in the car. But when we switched, the first appointment through the midwives was at 10 weeks. And that appointment was just kind of getting to know the facility and the providers. So there's 7 midwives, and we met with 1 at 10 weeks and then 1 at 14 weeks. So throughout the pregnancy, we'll meet with all 7 of them, because any of them could be there when we deliver. So we will be delivering at a hospital in Greenville. The midwives, they used to have a birth center, but I think last year it closed down. So now they only deliver at the hospital, which is what I wanted anyways. I personally didn't want like a home birth or birth center birth. I want to be at the hospital. So the hospital that we're delivering at has a NICU, which was really, really important to me when I was deciding if I was going to go through the midwives and where they are allowed to deliver. But they deliver at the hospital just like any other doctor would. You know, they're the ones that catch the baby, and they work with physicians that are at the hospital 24/7 or OBGYNs. So if anytime during labor and delivery there is some kind of complication, they can bring like a physician or an OBGYN into the room to assess the situation. Because you have to meet criteria to deliver through the midwives, and you have to be considered low risk. So if we go to like a 20-week appointment or a 34-week appointment and something deems me higher risk, then they will transfer my care to a OBGYN practice. But as of right now, I still meet the criteria, and I really, really like the midwives. So my dream labor and delivery, which I know, I don't really want to come up with a birth plan because I know everything changes so quickly and I don't want to be disappointed if something goes wrong, but I would prefer to not be induced and to not get an epidural. So I want to be able to walk around during the labor and bounce on the ball, do whatever I need to do, and get into the pool or the birth tub. I don't know, I haven't decided if I want to deliver in the tub, but I definitely want to spend time in it because the hot water is supposed to be a really, really good pain reliever. So my plan is to be like as little intervention as possible, but still delivering at a hospital that has a NICU. And so the Greenville Midwifery is able to offer me all of that. So I've been very, very happy with them. The only other thing I was going to touch on was, because my symptoms were pretty mild compared to most people, I've been able to go to the gym pretty frequently, which is good. Scott and I have been going, you know, for the past year or two, about 3 days a week, sometimes 4 or more. But throughout the pregnancy, I've been able to keep it at about 3 days a week. And I've talked to the midwives, and, you know, we went over what was safe for me to do and what I should probably avoid doing at the gym. But I'm really, really happy that I've been able to keep it up going to the gym. Some days it's just me going and walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes, but it's still to me better than nothing, because since I do want like a natural intervention free delivery, it's going to be really important for me to have strength, because I could be, you know, having contractions for 24 hours, and my goal is to be able to get up and walk around through them. So to get up and walk around for 24 hours is going to take a lot of endurance and strength. So I'm trying to keep my stamina up and build some endurance by going to the gym. And I've been really, really blessed that I'm still able to go, because a lot of people are so knocked out for the first trimester that they can't. My plan is to hopefully continue going to the gym throughout the pregnancy, or if I can't go to the gym, do like an at-home workout at least 3 to 4 days a week throughout the entire pregnancy to help my labor and delivery hopefully go as smoothly as possible. But I think that's it for my first trimester recap. I'll probably do some more vlog style videos. We have 3, not a lot. We have 3 doctor's appointments, and well, 2 doctors and 1 midwife. But we have 3 baby appointments in February, so I'll plan on vlogging those and getting those videos up to you, to all of you who are following along on my pregnancy journey. I really appreciate all the new subscribers, and I appreciate everybody watching my videos and giving it thumbs up and all the love and encouragement. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.